it's like there's like some caffeine in my veins or something, but without caffeine. I don't know. It's like it's really really cool. It's a really cool feeling. It feels like I'm Superman. It's sick. Cool, man. I'm ready.
So let's start off with a little bit about yourself. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Sure thing. So my name is Sean. I wear a lot of different hats. I do quite a lot of different things. I'm a DJ. I'm a music producer. I also run an online business, a coaching business. I work with copywriters. So an entrepreneur in that sense as well. And basically just have a lot of stuff going on all the time. That's it in a nutshell.
Cool, man. And what was your motivation for getting sleep coaching?
Yeah, there's a few things. One was given all of the different things that I have to do every single day. And, between being creative, leading my team, managing my business, scaling to $1 million, all this different stuff, there's a lot of work. Uh, Obviously, my energy levels and my focus need to be as high as possible all the time. And I know sleep's a huge component of that. So, kind of optimizing that was one of the biggest reasons for me. The other big thing for me was because of all kind of the responsibilities that I have going on. A lot of the times I find it really hard to, switch off and sort of get ready and actually fall asleep because there's just so many thoughts buzzing in my head. I got to do this thing, I got to do that thing, I got this project, that project. And so actually being able to like wind down and relax enough to actually fall asleep was the other big thing for me. So those are kind of the two big things.
And at the beginning, what would you say you were skeptical about? Because sleep coaching is not a very common thing. We have fitness coaches, we have business coaches, but sleep coaching, not the most popular thing out there. So what were you skeptical about at the beginning as you were starting out?
Yeah, I suppose it is one of those things that's just like, do I really need a coach for that? Sleeping something I've been doing since I was like a baby. Like, surely I don't need to like hire an expert to work with me to do that. Is that really something I need help with? But then kind of realizing how, doing my own research and realizing how big of a role sleep really does play in day-to-day life and your energy levels, your focus, your health, your fitness. Like, it's just so, so important. And that's when I kind of knew that I really had to get a handle on this sleep thing in order to be able to actually fall asleep when I want to, get the sleep that I need, and then sleep as efficiently as possible to be able to perform the next day. I've read some biographies of like really successful like athletes. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. Roger Federer. LeBron. These guys. They literally all say they sleep like 9 something hours a day, and like that's their literal like superpower. That's like their secret weapon. And that's when I kind of realized, oh shit, like I need to really get on top of this sleep thing.
Love it, man.
Yeah.
As you were going through the program, what were the biggest lessons or the biggest breakthroughs that you had about sleep?
Oh man, so many. I don't have to whip out my notes. There's going to be so much. Um, for me, I think probably one of the biggest things for me was one of the breathing exercises you gave me that I think was called the military breathing exercise. It's one of my favorites to help me really like relax, like almost on command. I can change my brain waves, my brain chemistry to put me in a more relaxed state and help me fall asleep. That was definitely a huge thing for me. Um, a lot of the things I kind of already knew a little bit, but not as in depth as what we went into. And certainly, even if I did sort of know about them, I wasn't doing them a lot of the time. So for you to reiterate the importance of a lot of the things, not working right up until I go to bed, not having blue light at night, all that kind of stuff, switching off screens, a lot of things like that, which I kind of knew about, but I still wasn't really doing them. So I think, and the accountability thing is also a huge part for me as well. And also learning about sleeping pills and that like they basically will give you cancer. So I was like, no more sleeping pills for me ever, even only once a month, the health risks that they pose. So those are some of the big things for me. I know that there's a ton more. I could be here all day talking about it, but yeah, those are probably some of the biggest things for me.
Sure. Awesome. Now, let's go through the process from where you were at the start to where you're at today. Can you reiterate some of the things you already mentioned, some of them, but what are some of the things that you did yourself and that you think other people should do also?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things that I learned from you, and then also one of the books you recommended from Sean Stevenson, the sleep expert, which I read that book as well, is just kind of making it a priority. So most people kind of view sleep, especially in today's day and age, especially in America, and with the whole like the whole entrepreneurial culture is very much just like you got to hustle and grind 24/7. You know, if you're not working like 18 hours a day, then you're a little bitch. You know what I mean? Like it's just the stupidest thing. And it's very much like an emphasis on working harder instead of smarter. You know, it's very much romanticized, the whole like, you know, I got to sacrifice, you got to sacrifice and, you know, lose sleep and all this stuff. And it's just a really dumb way of going about it. You're just not efficient. You're not focused. It's not a healthy, not a sustainable at all way of living, really. So I think really just one of the biggest things for me was actually realizing that this sleep thing is actually really, really important and actually giving it the time it needs. So rather than viewing it as kind of like a luxury and just kind of working until I pass out and then waking up and then doing it all over again, it's like actually almost think about like a treat. It's like, oh, I get to go to sleep. You know, it's like something I'm doing for myself to better myself, which is going to move the needle forward just as much as any, you know, business tasks or whatever that I might be doing as well. So I think that honestly, that is probably the biggest thing for me.
Dude, that's awesome to hear because I know a lot of people who, whenever they go to bed, they go with fear or anxiety. So to hear that you're able to go now to bed with that certainty, with that feeling of wanting to go there actually and spend time in bed, I'm fucking glad to hear that. Awesome. Now, if someone's kind of on the fence, not knowing what to do, should they get sleep coaching, should they not? What would you say to them? It's somebody
Only if
who,
they, yeah.
yes,
Well, I was going to say, pretty much if you want to keep doing, you know, keep getting the results that you've been getting and having maybe okay energy levels, and you probably more tired than you want to be is my guess. Then and you're okay with that and staying like that and not reaching your potential and not, you know, being as healthy as you can be, not being as focused and energetic and productive as you can be, then yeah, don't bother. But if you're really truly serious about building something for yourself in terms of, you know, being the best version of you possible, whether that is, you know, your health and your fitness, your energy levels, your productivity, a business you're building, you know, music career, acting, athlete, like even just a regular job, and just having your hormones in like the most optimized and beneficial state that they should be in, then yeah, you're literally shooting yourself in the foot by not taking the sleep thing seriously. And not, if that means hiring a coach, then yeah, that means hiring a coach. So yeah,
that was
that's my
that was very well put, man. I love that you're a copywriter and me asking you these questions, I know that I can expect some good things coming out of your mouth. Now,
it's the truth, man. I speak nothing but the truth.
yes. And as we wrap things up here, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
There's a lot of things that I could talk about. I think,
Whether it's about sleep or it could be about your projects, what you're doing right now also. We've talked quite a bit about sleep, so.
yeah, dude, I mean, honestly, I'm just really excited. Like the last couple of weeks, I've just been waking up with like way more energy, and it's like sustained throughout the whole day, because I always used to have an afternoon crash like all the time. But like my whole life, as long as I can remember, around like 3 to 5 p.m. every single day, I would just like slump. You know, afternoon, like after lunch slump, where you're just like, ugh, you know, you're just kind of
Yeah.
lazy, you want to like go to sleep, you know, you just like no energy. And that just hasn't been happening the last couple of weeks. Like I've just woken up with way more energy. I'm just like on the ball, I'm productive, I'm all over it. And that lasts literally the whole day. until it's like time to go to sleep. It's the coolest thing ever. I literally feel like it's like there's like some caffeine in my veins or something, but without caffeine. I don't know. It's like, it's really, really cool. It's a really cool feeling. It feels like I'm Superman. It's sick. I'm just super excited for like how much more I can truly accomplish with the newfound, energy. Yeah, it's cool.
That's amazing, man.